and listen carefully, and you shall see the superhuman deeds worthy of enduring fame. That the knight Orlando did for love at the time of the Emperor Charlemagne. Do not be surprised, dear friends, to hear me sing of Roland love. For whoever in this world's most proud, he is conquered by love, completely subdued. Neither strong arm nor spirit bold Hosea, shield or sharpened sword, nor any weapon on the earth can us defend from the overwhelming power of love.
The court of Charlemagne!
Welcome to Paris. We're in the month of May, and knights from throughout the country have been invited here for a tournament.
Now it's evening before the opening joust, and Charlemagne is hosting the banquet in the royal hall for the noble lords of Spain and France. But Rinaldo is in no mood for a feast.
Orlando, have you seen Gano and his clan mocking me? Just because I'm not sporting the latest fashion. With their envious, pitiful cravings for power. Oh, they ain't stopping nothing to oust me from Charlemagne's favor.
Rinaldo, please, for my sake, control your anger. Those toadies may seem to be honored at the table, but let them show their faces on the field tomorrow, and we'll teach them the meaning of true value. Ha! Assault! Dear cousins, just point out the measly scoundrels, and now give them a lesson in courtly manners.
Oh, but a new sight to see it in all, leaving Charlemagne and all the rest in awe.
She seems a rose, a garden lily, a morning star, a precious gem come to us from afar.
What do I hear about Charlemagne's tournament? I'll seize that girl this very instant. Say you've heard the honest truth. We're all smitten by this lovely youth.
Noble lord, your virtues and the renown of your knights lead me to hope that the efforts of two pilgrims who have traveled from the ends of the earth are not in vain.
The ends of the earth? Or do you mean paradise? My dear lady, who are you?
This is my brother, Huberto, and Angelica is mine. Hearing that a tournament was proclaimed in Paris, he has come to win honor and fame. The knight who can defeat Huberto in a joust will win my heart and all the rest. But anyone who is knocked by Huberto to the ground must become my prisoner without a sound.
Precious lady, there's nothing that I would deny you. Tomorrow at dawn we shall meet at Merle's Rock. Lucky the knight that in this contest will prove his lance to be the best.
At last, a lady worthy of my purpose. There's no need for me to wait till morning.
Sprightly Schlotters will never touch such a prize. I'll win her for myself before tonight.
Oh, praise your Orlando. How can you let yourself be ruled by love? I see myself trapped, cannot escape. I, who thought nothing of the whole world, am now defeated by a weaponless girl? I cannot remove from my heart the sweet sight of her gentle face. Without her, I think I'll die. My spirit will wither and fade away. Worthless are my courage and my strength when shattered by the force of love. Of no use is my wisdom or other sound advice, for I see the better path, yet would choose the worst.
Ah, foolish Orlando, all that sighing will do you no good, for I shall win Angelica's maidenhood.
Each knight wants to be the best in academics. They're all certain of their victory, of course.
Yet the waiting is too much for them, since to every lover 1 hour a whole day since.
Angelica. Ha! Angelica. Daughter of King California of Katai possesses a magic ring so powerful that it renders her invisible when she puts it in her mouth and breaks any spell if she slips it in her finger. Her brother Roberto carries a magic lance that will knock to the ground whomever it touches. Diabolus de profundis!
What do you command, my lord?
What does this Angelica of Katai seek in France?
Galafrone sent his daughter to Charlemagne's court, since her beauty would entice all the knights to a joust. Once unhorsed and defeated by Roberto's enchanted lance, they'll be sent to Katai by a magic spell. Then, Galafrone will seize your land. If you don't want the Eastern King to be your sovereign lord, prevent the joust against his lance. Put to use your sword.
I'll fix you, little witch, so that you never boast of having conquered France.
The Rock of Merlin.
Huberto, we shall take turns standing guard. I'll sleep first. You stay by that tree.
Resembles an angel in heaven. I shall place her in a deep sleep with a spell from my book and then steal 1,000 kisses from her lips.
Oh, Melodies' spell can't do a thing. Has he forgotten the virtue of Angelica's ring?
You're dead, vile dread who dare to tarnish my sister's honor!
Stop babbling, brother, and tie him up before I let him go. He is a wizard, and if it weren't for my magic ring, all of your strength would be undone. Diabolis de profundis!
What do you command, my lord? My lady!
I command you to take my prisoner to Katai, the great city between India and Tartary, where my father Galafrone reigns. Tell him that I, Angelica, have captured him. Alone.
Gladly. Your wish is my command.
First of all, I'm handsome beyond measure. Second, I'm rich, and my armor is worth a fortune. But even more, I'm courteous, an elegant dresser, and the ladies find me so very charming.
You better not boast about his strength, since he's fallen off his horse more than most.
Hey! I'm not to blame. It's due to sheer bad luck. And my folly never causes me to turn and flee. But fortune is smiling upon me today. You'll see. Hey! Where are you? Come out here wherever you are. Greetings tonight. I am Astolfo of England, and I've come to win the fair lady.
Do you promise to abide by the terms of the joust?
I am a man of my word, but of course. Treacherous fortune! You're my enemy against all reason. This most surely was the fault of a slippery sword.
Hey! Where are you, coward? Where are you hiding? I don't have the whole night. Let's begin the battle. Come here!
against the rules to fight. Rules? What do I carry Charles sign a pact with Angelica? I'm not his vassal or his servant. But a good of Spain, nephew to the king. I'm here to fight for love. Draw your sword or have me over here. Surrender, knight. Don't you see you're disarmed? You want to have it? Without armor or a shield, I'll fight with you naked, right here on the field. But you can't win! My armor's charmed. And my whole body's enchanted. I don't use armor for protection, but just as an adornment. So bring me your sister this very instant. I'd be happy to make peace with you. But first I need to ask Angelica if she's in agreement. Go and ask her. And she better not refuse me.
Although Ferragudo is young and strong, his fearsome face would scare a dragon. And he hasn't bathed since the day he was born.
I would sooner drown myself in the nearest pond, or go as a beggar throughout the world, than to take Ferragudo as my spouse. 'Tis better to die than to smell the breath of one so gross. Listen, I'll slip away and start heading to the tide, and then as soon as you can, bid that foul knight goodbye.
I'm sorry. Angelica says you've already lost the battle. What? Where did Angelica go? That way! That way! Cowardly knight! Damsel fair! When I find you both, beware!
Do you see how they all fled in the face of my valor? Well, perhaps Angelica's not lacking in charm. But with this new lance, I'll acquire even greater fame.
The brightest star has less light than she. And the fairest flower, far less beauty. I am doomed! I have no defense against the enemy lodged inside my heart. Why didn't I use my faithful sword to fight this love, which has lit such a flame within my breast that any other pain is left? Astolfo, where's Angelica?
The lady has fled towards the autumn wood.
If Rinaldo finds her first, that lecherous snake, I'm sure her honor first he'll take. Or perhaps he's face to face with her right now, while here I am, pouting like a little girl. But I refuse to die of shame. I shall set out this very moment and search for that gracious maiden through summer and winter, land and sea, heaven and hell. Angelica! Where are you, my beloved Angelica? Astolfo! Where is she?
The lady has fled towards the autumn wood. You could follow if you'd like to.
As for me, I have better things to do.
The Ironwood!
Now 3 champions seek the Dulcet View. Here's Ferragudo, Rinaldo, and Orlando, famous paladin. Yet if the truth be told, Angelica loves none of them.
Angelica, my heart's desire, only your sweet kisses will quench my fire. The sun is high and the day is hot. Perhaps I'll rest a moment in this shady spot. But what's this? A fountain, fashioned not by human hands, and so richly adorned that it radiates light in the field all around. Thirst invites me to drink.
Any knight in love who does this enchanted water taste will quickly find his passion transformed to hate.
The wizard Merlin built this fountain so that the knight Tristana would drink from it and abandon Isolde, who was the cause of his ruin. Who, unlike Tristana, never stopped here to drink, though he passed through this forest many times.
So cold and liquid. In my soul, I feel so changed that the thought of Angelica fills my heart with disdain. I think I'll lie down and rest.
Now where is Uberto? Might as well wait for him here. Ah, the flowers of spring are painted around the stream. Thirst invites me to drink.
This is called the stream of love, since by its very nature it inflames the soul.
Is this real? Or is it a dream? This night has set my heart on fire. Looking at his sweet face, I burn with desire. I consider him, but be that as it may, I still love him that way. Ah, fortuitous flowers, most blessed blades of grass, how I envy your place. How I would have died if he'd lain down on top of me.
Oh, like a spider, she set out to capture the Frankish knight. But now, she's like a fly trapped in the web of love. Does she really think she'll suffer less by laying down in this shady grove? Foolish girl! She seeks to stop that surging fire within her heart. But in this way, she'll only increase the blaze.
What sufferer on earth can be compared to me? I burn with love and freeze with jealousy. The grass seems to be flowering all around her. And this stream is singing songs of love. Am I still on earth or in paradise? I see her before me, but it just can't be true. Perhaps I'm asleep, and this is a dream.
Rinaldo. He's fast at drawing his sword when an enemy is in view, but with the damsel by his side, he doesn't know what to do.
Hey, now, this girl was mine before she was yours, so you better give her back to me. Please leave, Sir Knight. Anatole, for pity's sake, don't come looking for trouble. For I swear on my faith that I never tried to hurt a soul, but your being here makes me so mad I'll be forced to do something foul. Listen, Knight, either you or I must leave this place, but I want to be the one to stay. So when I strike you with the fury of my blade, you'll jump into fire just to get away. I could face the whole world in arms and still not be afraid. I have no more fear of you than of a newborn babe. On guard! Come over here and I'll introduce you to my sword. Knight, please, let us postpone our present battle. We best take leave and follow the lady. Not on your life. Only one of us is good. If I were stronger, Angelica will be mine too. If you kill me, then I leave her to you. Gentle lady, I gladly grant your wish, as the laws of courtesy require.
Feneguto Fiorespina, don't you recognize me? You fight this champion while your land is under siege. An arrogant king named Gradasso has invaded Spain with infinite forces and wants no truce or peace with any human being. King Marsilio, your uncle, cries out for you alone. Come defend us from the fury of Gradasso. Save our ancestral home.
Listen, Knight. By the time we continue our duel, if we defeat you, most for sure, and overcome the best knight of the world.
The kingdom of Katai!
Although Angelica has returned to her native land, she can't tear the image of Rinaldo from her mind. She is so consumed with the fire raging in her heart that she can't sleep at night, and yet still dreams of him all day.
Oh, poor wretched me. Rinaldo doesn't care for me at all. And this is what really hurts, that I should love, against my will, one who has a heart of stone, huh? I've tried everything that enchantments and words can do. I've gathered strange herbs by the light of the moon and roots at the setting of the sun. Nothing can take this cruel pain from my heart. Not words, nor spells, nor precious gems. Nothing works, since love conquers all. Why could it have been Rinaldo instead of Malagise who found me asleep at the Rock of Merlin? Surely I wouldn't have screamed then. Now that old wizard is imprisoned. But perhaps he can serve me better if he's free. Malagise, now you are free, while before you were my prison. And so, wanting to do me a favor, you can restore me from death back to life and bring Rinaldo here to me.
Rinaldo?
I will not hide from you my great pain. He makes me suffer such flames of love that day or night I cannot rest. If you bring that cavalier to me, I'll give you back your magic. But you must promise, don't dare lie. My ring will counter any spell you try.
My lady, I swear to do as you command.
The court of Charlemagne.
Where are my paladins when I need them most? Without their swords, my kingdom will be lost. Where is Gano and Rinaldo and my nephew Orlando? I swear, if you dare set foot within my lands, I'll strangle you with my own hands. Rinaldo! Thank heavens you're back. I have no other desire than to serve you, my lord. It is said that when the house next door is burning down, we must fear for our own homes. Although King Marsilio of Spain is a Saracen, that's of no concern to us. He is a relative, and his state is next to ours. King Gradasso, with his dragon's heart and giant limbs, is so proud that he thinks he can conquer the whole world. It is our intention to send 50,000 knights to Spain. In this venture, you will be our captain, Rinaldo of Mantelbaum. I will do my best to be worthy of such an honor. My son, Orlando has abandoned me, and I don't know where he's gone. My state depends upon you alone.
Sire! I fear you've overlooked England's most illustrious knight. I offer you my services against Gradasso. I'll prove I'm worthy of the fight.
Just what we needed to make France the laughing stock of Asia. I am deeply grateful for your offer, but I have for you an even greater task. You must leave Paris before tomorrow and head due east to find Orlando.
Indeed! There is no greater mission that I could undertake at this moment. Orlando is my best friend and my cousin.
Rinaldo, if you wish, you can save my life and set me free. If not to prison, I must return.
Tell me, Majesty, what has happened?
That sword's not the weapon you'll need. The lady awaits for you. Lovely girl with rosy cheeks named Angelica.
Angelica? Listen, Majesty, any other thing, even death, every challenge hard and full of dread, every pain I'm willing to suffer, every danger to set you free. But where Angelica is, I will not be.
Rinaldo! Rinaldo! Rinaldo, for you, I would go to the depths of hell, and you want me to die in jail? Watch out. Beware, since I shall devise a charm that will bring you shame. Maybe even harm.
The Pleasure Palace!
Aren't you ashamed to turn your back on me?
That crafty demon jumped aboard his ship, reached the shore. And now the ship set sail as soon as Rinaldo got aboard stream. The demon disappeared without a word. Now, an unmanned ship is approaching an island far out at sea.
And poor Rinaldo does not realize how all this came to be. Ah, Malagisi! How easily affection can turn to malice. For spite you sent Rinaldo to Angelica's Pleasure Palace.
The Emperor has placed his kingdom in my hands. Yet in pursuit of a phantom, I've left his lands. What will they say of me in the royal court when the news of this reaches France? Ah, this fiasco will destroy my good name. I can hardly speak. I feel such shame.
You cannot see are here solely for your pleasure. They were created for you by our noble queen. You must prove yourself fortunate to be loved by such a lady.
She is softer than a violet, fresher
She loves you more than her own soul. But we will entertain you until our queen arrives.
Oh, yes. Angelica! Ugh! This joyous palace no longer pleases me, but seems a sight of tears and misery.
Knight, you must know that you're our prisoner. Your sword has no use for you here. You had better start to soften that pitiless heart. Our lady desires nothing more than to gaze upon your fate.
No!
Dragantina's realm!
Everything that exists under the moon, all the riches and kingdoms of the earth, are subject to the whims of fortune. She opens doors and then suddenly closes them shut. And when she seems most bright, she ushers in gloom.
But it's above all in war and love that she's capricious and unpredictable, but more than anything else, false and fickle. Angelica's all aflame over Rinaldo. Malachi's scheme has gone up in smoke.
And that fool Orlando, following in Angelica's tracks. His fair features are etched in his mind. Yet the fair lady herself he cannot find.
Angelica! Where are you, my beloved Angelica?
You seek news of Angelica? Angelica has returned to Qatar, where unexpected trouble was in store. Emperor Agricane of Tartary is wildly in love with Angelica of Qatar, but she can't stand to see his face, and before marrying him, she'd rather die.
Angelica? Where is she now?
She fled to her stronghold in Albraca, but now Agricane is attacking her fortress. He wants to win her in war since he can through love. She seeks the help of every noble baron in the land. The knight who defeats Agricane will win her gracious hand.
Angelica, my love! I'm on my way! I must soon be nearing Albraca, for in my mind, I've already defeated the wretched Agricane.
If you go ahead, you'll proceed in vain. By force or wit, you cannot pass. Our ancient custom must be maintained. Here, take a sip from my crystal glass.
I'll take the cup and drink it up. I don't know how I came to be here, or why, or when. Oh, my stars! I don't know who I am.
There's nothing that you need to know. You're my knight now, and to my palace garden you'll go.
Angelica has vanished from his mind in the infinite love that made him suffer so. Notice you remember the Frankish king.
You damsel has overpowered his soul. Not that he expects to touch her soft skin. He is simply subject to her every will. Hassle cruel.
It's already done.
What strange land is this? How will I ever make it back to France? Help! Help! Yes?
Sir Knight, don't abandon me in my darkest hour.
Tell me what has happened.
An ogre has abducted my only daughter.
The laws of chivalry oblige me to come to your aid. Although I'm on foot, armed with my sword, I'll pursue the ogre until I rescue your daughter. Where is she?
That way.
Oh! Now ruinous fortune is sending me one disgrace after another! The walls are red. I'm on fire. But no! Sir, not! Oh, what horror!
The castle cruel. In the short time left you on earth, I'll tell you how our strange custom came about. It's quite a story, and I played a major part. Grifone, a knight of legendary generosity, was once the ruler of this vast territory. He invited all passing travelers to stop and rest. His wife Stella was of infinite beauty and grace. Grifone sometimes took walks by the shore. One day he met Marchino, my husband, who invited him back to his noble castle. When Marchino laid eyes on the Lady Stella, he lost his reason and grew racked with desire.
Most gracious beauty, I will use every means in my power, whether trickery or show of might, until I have stolen you away from that unworthy night. I arrived home a changed man, although no one could have guessed the motive. I returned to Grifone's castle and hid in the woods, and I'm waiting for my arrival.
Slaughtered him in an ambush, leaving only his body as food for the vultures. Then the villain entered the castle, killing all those present, old men, women, little children, leaving alive only the damsel Stella. He tried to woo her, but no matter what he said, her heart urged her to avenge his vile deed.
My life has no other purpose, no other pleasure than to punish this evil villain's murderer!
The animal, who's most cruel and more fearsome than any other creature in the earth, is the wife, who once was the apple of her husband's eye, but now who finds herself abandoned and despised.
Neither a wounded lion nor a snake crushed under foot is as vicious as a woman in a jealous fit.
When I discovered this vile betrayal, I grew ravenous, frenzied. I had 2 sons born of Marchino. I grabbed a dagger and slit the eldest one's throat. The little one was looking up at me, crying, "Mommy, don't do it." I grabbed him by the feet, that little tot, and bashed his head against a rock. Do you think that this satisfied my wrath? No. This was only the beginning and not the result. While they were still breathing, I cut them open and pulled out their hearts. Then I sliced them into slivers. Yes, I was their butcher, and don't think I didn't feel anguish. Yet the thought of revenge was that much sweeter. Then I baked the little pieces in an oven and put them, along with their heads, on a platter, and brought them to Stella.
Then she went to the king of Orgagna, who for many years had been her suitor. When she had told him the story of Marchino's devious actions, he gathered the troops to attack the fortress.
Here are your children's heads on a platter. The rest is in stock. Open for dinner.
These tragedies that we must not go unavenged! My mind races with the cruelest torture vision, and yet my desire for you must be sedated. I brought Stella back to her murdered husband and tied her face to face to his rotting body.
Then he proceeded to indulge his lustful cravings. Can you imagine a pleasure more horrid and inhuman?
The king of Orgagna seized the fortress and murdered Marchino, but not before he strangled the fair Stella. She was buried in a tomb alongside Grifone.
The king of Orgagna left me in charge of the castle. After 8 months, we heard a blood-curdling howl coming from the tomb. My men opened the lid and discovered a monster, the fruit of Marchino's unholy union with Stella. The monster devoured my men whole, not even leaving their heads or bones. Since then, we've appeased the monster by feeding it passing travelers each day. Now, it's your turn.
Please, Mother, let me descend on with my sword Fusberta, and I'll rid you of the wretched monster.
That's not our purpose. But we'll throw you in arms if that's your pleasure. Yet you should know that its teeth can bite through iron, and its claws can pierce through steel as though it were leather. You must accept that you're fated to die, not to win this battle.
Larger than an ox, His nose looks like a serpent. His gaping wide mouth could swallow a boulder.
The monster in one bite can make a meal of a stranger.
Oh, Lord! Rinaldo has never been in graver danger. He's thrusting his sword into its scaly belly.
Silly boy. The monster's skin cannot be broken. Its tongue can spit out fire that sears through his armor.
With both hands, Rinaldo grips Fusberta and rushes forward with great valor.